Eric Rothman here with head coach Eric Musselman. And coach, first off, congratulations on officially making the playoffs.
Well, thanks. I mean, that's one of the goals, but quite honestly, we expected to make the playoffs before the season started. But now it's about trying to go into the playoffs with a little bit of momentum. We have 5 very, very difficult road games ahead of us, and a few more home games. So we have our work cut out for us. Again, the schedule is very, very difficult. These last 8 basketball games, and we were really bad through the second and third quarters, and played pretty good in the first quarter, and I thought we were phenomenal in the fourth quarter, turned up our defense, and we didn't really defend it all through 3 quarters, and then finally at the end started getting the passing lanes, got some steals. I thought Moon and Millsap were really good defensively.
You mentioned Millsap, at least on the offensive end. It seemed for the first 3 quarters you were really looking for that one guy to take control, come out and kind of lead, and at the fourth quarter it was all Elijah Millsap.
Yeah, he did a great job. We were a little bit disappointed in early, just all of us. We were kind of out of sync, and we were fortunate, finding out today at shoot-around that we didn't have Courtney Fordson. We're so happy that he got called up. He deserves it, but you go through an adjustment period, and then when Oregon got tossed, it made it a little bit more difficult for us.
Yeah, talk about that, playing with a short bench. Obviously, Christian Angle was there, but they've only been here for less than a day.
Not even a day. He got here, at 3 o'clock today. So,
and then Oregon Green goes out. What are you thinking at that point? Are you thinking, am I going to have to stick with the same 5 guys throughout the entire fourth quarter? Was there something that you said to the guys after that happened?
We played 6 guys, and then Kareem Rush got hurt. So, we're a work in progress. There's no question. We're not a well-oiled machine, and you take a piece like Courtney off your team, and it's an adjustment.
And the fourth quarter, you mentioned Moon and Millsap. One of the guys, at least on the defensive end, that seemed to be there when it counted was Otis George. Made a big shot there down the stretch, and also had the big charge call on the defensive end. Otis off the bench tonight had a really good game.
Yeah, he's a defensive anchor for us. He's a guy that does a little bit of everything for us. He's a great pick and roll switcher, even though when he has to guard little guards. And I thought our guards, when they switched on to Mikey Moore in the fourth quarter, they did a great job of fronting the post.
And to finish off, this is the 8th time you played Idaho this season. You talked about it a little bit after the game on Monday night, but talk about how difficult is that to play the team 8 times in one season, even though it doesn't matter what record, you throw it out the window because these guys have seen each other so many times. And I always get a fight.
I don't like it at all. To play 8 teams sometimes and play some other teams none. I mean, there's got to be a little bit of more of a balanced schedule, in my opinion, to play a team that many times. It's difficult. Last year in Reno, we played Utah. It was the same thing. Every game after the 5th game became chirpy, and the other thing is it's really hard to beat a team when you see them night after night after night. So, hey, we survived the bullet. It started off where they had a little bit of control on the series when we were depleted with the training camp stuff, and we finished the last 2 games off, so that's good.
You win the season series, you make it to the playoffs, now you head out on the road. Coach, congratulations.
Yep, thanks. Appreciate it, Eric.
Head coach Eric Musselman, Eric Rothman, D-Fenders.com.